unless Zach has a better something else to say.
Brennan story?
No, the first Brennan story of the podcast.
No,
podcast.
like the first
of this episode.
The first.
Like their origin story is what you're saying.
Or kind of like the
one of the origin.
like the walking the line stories that Brennan might tell us to cut out or not.
No. This one's going on a
This
pod.
one's so long ago.
This one's going in. But
So
I'll
start it off. So basically, there was a girl that I was completely head over heels for in 8th grade, and I never noticed it myself. But I guess like Ethan and a lot of my other friends like noticed that I guess I became a complete and total douchebag.
Man, yeah.
in the beginning of 8th grade. And I didn't notice it. I didn't think I was, but I guess I was. So then all of my friends were just ragging on the girl to be like, dude, just no, you don't like him anymore. Stop. Like he's not good. So just stop. And so she didn't listen to them. But I personally felt that I was losing this connection with her that we had before. So then the reason why she started liking me was I got suspended.
You want to tell us why?
That was different. We'll talk about that one later because that one's real fast.
No, we gotta.
No. Okay, fine. Anyway, I'll say it.
Zach, say it.
I got.
Please, Zach, say it. Fight night with the retarded kid.
You pushed him off his bike.
I was in 7th grade.
Oh, dude.
This I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of this.
Oh no.
There is a kid who he was on the spectrum.
Oh.
Just a bit, yeah.
And he said one of my trigger words back then, which the N-word back then like really ticked me off because my brother's black, and he said it to me, and then he punched me, and then it just pushed me over the line.
And then you pushed him over the bike.
And then
okay. Let's be clear. He was on the spectrum, yes. But he really liked to push people's buttons.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was a dick for sure, but like he was also retarded.
Yeah.
It was very little, like very slightly.
You probably.
And this was very different Brennan. There were younger Brennan too. I was not as
True. I guess
bald Brennan. I mean,
very different time. No,
at the time, I don't know.
no, I wasn't bald yet. Oh,
She wouldn't have liked him then.
7th grade was etiquette day, right?
One Punch Man.
Yeah. You might have been.
I might have been bald.
There's a good chance he could have been
One
bald.
Punch Man.
No, that was like 7 punch
Anyway,
mans.
back on the story.
I only punched him 7 times in the face.
I threw him off his bike.
He's just bald and just.
I threw him off his bike, and then I hit him a few times. Okay. And I guess I did some more damage than I thought, because the next day he goes into the office, and I guess from the principal's description, he had a black eye, he had a cut on his lip, and the whole like left side of his face was swollen.
Oh my god.
I only punched him a few times in the face.
So then I ended up getting suspended, but then the girl ends up like noticing or like missing me when I was gone. And then
Man, he beat up a retarded
Shut
kid.
up.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm in love with him.
That's
It's so hot.
I hate this story just because I was such an idiot. I was such an idiot.
Brennan knows the story would have been better if he just skipped over that part.
So much better. I would. Now anybody who doesn't know me and
think you're an a-hole.
is just gonna think I'm a complete dick.
Well,
and asshole.
you were at that time. You were straight up a dick. So
Yeah.
I don't think I was.
We're talking
Okay.
about growth here, Brennan.
Yeah.
It's a long
Yeah.
time ago.
It was a long time ago. Anyway,
you wouldn't beat up him.
So-
You wouldn't beat up a retarded kid now.
So no, I
You have a
wouldn't.
disabled kid. I'm just kidding.
Oh my. No. Okay. Anyway.
He did-
So then
he
this happens. I get suspended. She noticed that she missed me. So then she starts to like me because she just realized how much she missed me when I was gone. So then the next year comes around. We're in 8th grade, and then I kind of like notice our sparks starting to dim or whatever. And then so I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ignore her for a week.
There's a line.
His logic, he wanted to recreate that like.
The iconic line. Ignore
So
her.
I remember this. We had come back from a break or like a 3-day weekend or something.
She hasn't yet. So.
Dude, I'll link her to this episode, this clip.
Oh God, no.
You make the highlight, Nick, and then eventually I'll just link it and be like, hey, you should watch this.
Okay.
Anyway, so we come back from like a break or something, and Brennan's like, we're walking in before school starts, and he's like, yo, Ethan, I got this idea. He's like, you know how she like started to like me because I got suspended. I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'm not really, I'm thinking like, she doesn't really like me as much anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna completely ignore her for like a whole week. And I was like, whoa, Brennan. I'm like,
well, he knows the reason. Like, he went to you to see like
what I would think.
Idea.
And I told him, and I was like, dude. He's like, yeah, but like, cause then she'll miss me. I'm like, yeah, but Brennan, you're gonna still be here. I'm like,
Ethan didn't like really shut it down, but Ethan was just
no.
No, I'm not gonna say you did not agree with it, but you weren't necessarily like,
no.
Brennan, like, don't do this, but you're kind of just like,
that is so bold. I literally told you, I'm like, this is a bad idea. I'm like, this is not a good idea.
Don't remember that.
And then it's like, don't bring me into this.
Yeah, don't bring me to your level.
You didn't like egg me on at all. But
I was like, Brennan. I was like, Brennan. This I straight up told you. In some form or another, I told you that is not a good idea, and he's like, "No, trust me."
Anyone would have told.
We're not even at the first part yet.
Literally, as we're talking about this, since we're like, we've been gone. We'd already even been gone for a week, mind you. So like, Brennan's whole plan already doesn't make sense because we had already been away from these people for a week or however long, and she sees Brennan and she like runs up to him. She's like, "Oh my God, Brennan, I miss you!" She gives him the biggest hug, and Brennan.
And I just ignore it.
Brennan looks at her with like the dirtiest look in his eyes, and then just like shakes his head no, and then just walks away. And she just like her jaw just drops, and then everybody like surrounds in this circle around her because she's like devastated, like about to cry basically. And everyone's just like, "See, we told you, he's a freaking idiot. He's a blah blah. He's a douchebag. He's a dickhead. Like we told you." I'm like, and I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, Brennan, you moron. I'm like, you 100% deserved it. And like from that moment, that like killed it.
That was the beginning of the domino effect. After that, everything that happened 8th grade year just went straight down into the freaking.
Brennan's just trying to get out of that hole ever since.
Still haven't. Still have yet to climb out of that hole that I dug from.
It's funny because we talk about Brennan being a douchebag, right?